in the scrimmage game. And that's exactly what Chestnut Ridge did. They had totally outplayed Tyrone.
In the scrimmage, that was.
Yes. And, so Chestnut Ridge is coming into this game going, ha, 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 Tyrone? Yes, we can beat Tyrone. We've done it before. And that's what the coach is telling them.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's exactly what it is. And I would be telling my guys, I have the coach's name right
All
here.
right, it's 6:50, 10 minutes till 7. I'm Bill Marlette from the studios of WTRN, 1340 AM Tyrone. Right now, I got on the line for you live, Radio Rich from Gray Memorial Fieldhouse with Gerard, as they're about ready to bring you the game. Rich, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Bill Marlette. Great pre-game show as you've only done all season long, and here we are at the playoffs already. The Golden Eagles taking on the Chestnut Ridge Lions, number 1 team in Double-A. Of course, that's the Golden Eagles. The number 8 seed are the Chestnut Ridge Lions. They did meet earlier in the season, as you heard Bill talk about on that pre-game show, as they had a scrimmage earlier in the season. So right now they're playing the national anthem. Unfortunately, we cannot pick it up because the band is out of the field, out of the stadium during the playoffs when they play. So we'll take a break and we'll be back, check our starting lineups and more. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout for the WTRN
For the Golden Eagles, the starting offensive lineup tonight, at tight end, the senior number 13, Donnie Conrad. The left tackle is the senior number 61, Andy Ashcroft. The left guard is senior number 53, James Updike. The center is the senior number 70, Josh Wright. At right guard, a sophomore number 52, Matt Murray. Right tackle number 77, a senior, Tyler Hoover. And the split end is a senior number 11, Justin Schaub. In the backfield for the Golden Eagles, at quarterback senior number 12, Tyler Golden. The fullback is a junior number 2, John Franco. And the tailback senior number 21, Tyler Gilman. And the wingback, junior number 24, Shane Tate. Head coach Johnny Franco, of course, the Golden Eagles 10-0 on the season.
And 7-3 for Chestnut Ridge. We'll be back with more of our pregame shows. We get set for playoff action here on WTRN Tyrone and TyronePA.com. Right after we pause another 2 minutes for the WTRN Sports. John Franco, head coach of the Golden Eagles, is among the best at preparing his team individually for each week's game. But Gerard, last year, I don't think the Golden Eagles listened to Coach Franco as much as they should have in that first-round playoff game against Penn Cambria, because that was quite a battle.
Yes, it was. There was a struggle in the first round last year with Penn Cambria. Of course, Penn Cambria has turned out to be a fine team in the playoffs this upcoming season, and the Golden Eagles may run into them again. But the Golden Eagles did pull it out in the first week last year, but then went down to defeat in week 2 of the playoffs in District 6.
Yeah, that 30 points plus in the first half kind of woke Tyrone up, and they came back in the second half and won that game. But that was kind of a hint of things to come for the 2006 season for Penn Cambria. Very, very good team this year, and who knows, could meet in the finals. We'll wait and see what happens here tonight, though. First, Chestnut Ridge will be kicking off. They won the coin toss, but deferred, so Tyrone gets the ball first. It will be number 23 for Chestnut Ridge, and that's Max Covert doing the kicking. Here's the boot, and it's a short one, and comes down to number 5 for Tyrone, and that would be Jesse Walk. Jesse bringing it back to the middle of the field, across the 30 to the 34-yard line. So Tyrone gets the ball first.
That was a high short kick. Jesse took it at about his own 24 and returns it across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Golden Eagles will start their first possession of the night at that point.
Tyrone ranked number 1 in District 6 AA. Chestnut Ridge ranked number 8. We'll talk about the other games a little bit later on in our broadcast tonight. Another one tonight, and then 2 tomorrow as well. And Chestnut Ridge nearly jumping off sides, and it was one of the guards looks like jumped.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it might be against the Lions of Chestnut Ridge, but in the starting lineup actually tonight, Josh Bradley's starting at fullback, and John Franco's the tailback, or is it Tyler Gilman?
We'll wait and see, but there's a 5-yard penalty offsides against the Chestnut Ridge Lions, so a little over-anxious. Chestnut Ridge has not won a playoff game in the first round for quite a few years. Matter of fact, I think it was in the 95. Wow, 11 years. But they're always a good team. I formation, as you mentioned, Bradley is the up-back. Long count by quarterback Tyler Golden, the senior. And Gilman gets the ball. Nice defensive stop on taking that little swing pass for a very short gain, if any. Let's check out that number down there of number 86. Had a great play, Scott Dell.
Yeah, it was just a quick pass as Tyler Gilman lined up as a split end, and a quick hitch pass, but Dole came up and made the stop right at the line of scrimmage at the 38. No gain on that first completion of the night. 2nd and 5 for the Golden Eagles.
So 2nd down and 5. The Golden Eagles with the ball at their own 38-yard line. Just underway here at Gray Veterans Memorial Field. A real nice crowd on hand from both Tyrone and Chestnut Ridge. The Chestnut Ridge side of the stands is about 9/10 full, I'd say. And Johnny Franco breaks the tackle at the 40 across the 45 for a first down. So there's Golden Eagles' first down on the night on a run by Junior Franco.
And a 9-yard gain on Franco's first carry of the night, and it gets it out to the 47-yard line of the Golden Eagles.
At halftime of tonight's game, we'll have another East End Pizza football trivia question about Tyrone football. They've become pretty popular here in the last couple of weeks, so we're going to continue that for the rest of the season. Give you a chance to win a foot-long hot dog with all your favorite toppings, or a Tyrone-style hoagie from the gang at East End Pizza. Splitbacks on 1st and 10 for Tyrone. And here's play action for the first time tonight, and a sack for Chestnut Ridge way back at the 37-yard line. Terrific play. Nice fake by quarterback Tyler Golden on the play action, but boy, they win quickly.
That was number 81, Tyler Brow, defensive end for the Chestnut Ridge Lions, and Tyler Golden has not been sacked that many times all year, but that time Brow came in untouched, and it's a sack back to the 47, a loss of 10, 2nd and 20.
Tyler Brow, the defensive end on the left side, made a terrific play on the sack for Chestnut Ridge, so that's a loss of 10 yards for Tyler Golden. Pitch out goes to Tyler Gilman this time around the end, and that's defensed well. But Gilman does break a tackle at the 40 and back to the 45-yard line. Number 7 for Chestnut Ridge missing the tackle there.
Mike Tomovich is number 7, but he steps out of bounds. It looks like they're going to mark it at about the 41. So that's going to be a gain of 4 and going to bring up 3rd and 16.
So, probable passing situation for the Golden Eagles as we play in the first quarter. First round District 6 AA playoff game. The Bellwood Blue Devils in action tomorrow night. If you can't be there, Lou Seidel and Lance Baird will have the action for you. We'll join it right after the Penn State game tomorrow evening from Bellwood's Memorial Field. Shotgun formation this time, Tyler Golden. Passes over the middle, and it is brought down by Schaaf. A terrific catch at the 45 down to the 40 of Chestnut Ridge for a first down. How do you bring that one down? Unbelievable.
Yeah, you threaded the needle that time by Tyler Golden right to Schaaf. He made a nice catch about head high and broke a tackle. He's going to be a couple yards shy of the first down, but broke a tackle and got it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line of the lines. 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, when he made the catch, he was shy of the first down, but knew that he needed the additional 2 or 3 yards and got it. So Tyrone keeps their first drive on the evening alive here, despite that nice sack by Chestnut Ridge earlier in this possession. And there's Gilman straight up the middle run this time for some good yardage inside the 35-yard line. Tyler Gilman on the carry for about 6. 9:35 to go in the first quarter. We were talking about the Bellwood game, and prior to that, we will have Penn State back in action despite the absence of head coach Joe Paterno. Of course, Joe is taking the week off. He's still in the hospital. So late yesterday anyway. I don't know if he's released today or not, but with that broken leg, Tom Bradley, the defensive coordinator, and Galen Hall from the offense will be co-head coaches for tomorrow's game against Temple, which you can hear starting with the warm-up show at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon right here on WTRN Radio. Franco slips now near the 30-yard line. He's close to the first down, but he's not going to get it, though.
Yeah, he had a nice hole that time, but I think actually what happened is he got tangled up legs with one of his offensive linemen as the hole was opening up and went down. But he gets down to the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Golden Eagles.
Close to the first down, need a yard to go at the 31-yard line. Clock is moving with 8:37, no score yet here in the first quarter. Radio Rich, Gerard Kashubat bringing you the action on 1340 AM, WTRN Tyrone, and TyronePA.com. Website provided by Open Door Visions, computer services of Tyrone. Split backs behind quarterback Golden. Need just a yard here. And they have got it. A fumble. Franco does recover, and I think it will be good enough for the first down.
Yeah, he had a hole over right tackle. Had time but lost the football. I don't know if somebody got a hand on it or not, but it came loose, but it bounced right back into Johnny Franco's midsection, and he recovers it, and it's enough for the first down to the 28-yard line of the Lions.
One thing I think you want to stay away from in the district playoffs, turnovers, because you're facing much tougher competition, and the competition usually takes advantage.
Yeah, turnovers can be a key factor in the playoffs. They can be the difference in the football game as you have more evenly matched teams.
Power eye set this time for Tyrone on the offense. Less than 8 minutes to go in the quarter, still no score, but Tyrone driving. Long count by the senior quarterback, Golden. Another swing pass comes out to Shop this time. Shop to the 20-yard line to the 19.
So it's just a quick pass about 5 yards downfield. Justin Shop goes and does a little hitch, turns around, accepts the pass, and he gains about 5 yards on his own. They'll spot it to 19. Let's call it a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
That first swing pass, which went from Golden to Tyler Gilman earlier in the quarter, was not successful, but this one was for a 5-yard gain. So 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. The ball now at the 19-yard line. Golden Eagles threatening to score first. Shop and Tate, twin wideouts to the far side of the field. And back to the I formation. Gilman gets the call. Gilman has the ball near the 15-yard line, looking for that first down with 6:56 to go in the quarter.
Got enough for the first down, just over the left guard, James Updike, and left tackle Tyler Hoover that time, and they spotted down at the 16, a gain of 3, and a Tyrone first down.
Boy, nice warm night for tonight's game at Tyrone. Not similar to some of the games we had in October where it was downright cold for a lot of the games, and rainy as well. But perfect weather tonight. Pitch out to Gilman. He goes around right end, and there's a nice defensive stop again by that number 81, the defensive end Tyler Brow, who stops Gilman for a loss or near the line of scrimmage anyway.
Yeah, he got him down low, and Matt Coward came up and got him high. Not much running room for Gilman there. We'll see where they spot it.
Tyrone having some difficulty running wide against this Chestnut Ridge defense so far in the game tonight. Give him a loss of 1. Okay, it'll be 2nd down and 11 with 6:23 to go in the quarter. Halfway through already, and Tyrone has had the ball the whole time.
Yeah, and they've had a nice drive here. A couple pass plays to Justin Shop and some mixed running between Gilman and Johnny Franco here, but now it's the 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
And Golden back to shotgun formation. Solo running back standing behind him as a blocker is Franco. And Franco takes the ball instead to the 10, the 5, and he is into the end zone, I believe. No, stops just short of the goal line. Boy, that was an excellent call by the Tyrone offensive coaching staff. Golden in passing formation from shotgun, but instead of throwing the ball, hands it off to Franco.
Yeah, kind of like a draw play. You throw the defense off, and he had wide hole right up the middle. Almost got it to the end zone down to the 1-yard line. A pickup of 16. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 1.
And that ball is actually inside the 1-yard line. Going to put it about the 1-foot line. And Tyrone looking to take the lead here. Golden hands it to Franco. Franco is into the end zone, I do believe, for a touchdown for Tyrone. So the Golden Eagles score first, make it 6-0 on a very long and sometimes difficult drive.
Yeah, there's only 5:29 left in the first quarter, so the Golden Eagles use up 6 minutes and 31 seconds on that drive and convert it into points. It covers 67 yards.
So John Schaefer, didn't realize till I looked at the program tonight, we've been covering him all year long, but he is only a sophomore, so we're going to see him as Tyrone's kicker for 2 more years. I just kind of assumed that he was a senior, being his size and all, and not playing much, but he's only a sophomore. Justin Shop is the holder. Here's the snap, and here's the kick. It is up, and it is good. Tyrone leads it 7-0. We'll be back after a 60-second timeout.
Got it.
scores first, and a 1-yard touchdown run by Johnny Franco, set up by Franco's prior run. Tomovich is deep. He's their top ball carrier on the season. Statistics similar to Johnny Franco, so we expect to see a lot of him in the game tonight. And Schaefer's set to do the kicking. Number 7 is the other guy in there, and that is Jordan Soliday. It's going to come down to 2 Soliday at the 6-yard line. He's out to the 5, the 10, 15, out across the 20. So first down and 10 for Chestnut Ridge as they take over just across their own 20-yard line. First chance to see the Chestnut Ridge offense.
Yeah, Tomovich returned that out to the 24-yard line. Nice hit by Donnie Conrad, who got down there in special teams and put a pretty good lick on Tomovich. And we'll spot it, well, maybe at the 23-yard line they're going to spot it.
And Jace Diefenbaugh is the quarterback, number 3. As Chestnut Ridge steps up in an I formation with Soliday, the tailback.
Tomovich is the tailback, Rich, number 7.
Oh, Tomovich is 7. Okay, Soliday is 20, okay. Just had him turned around there. Tyrone makes an illegal substitution, so hey, this drive starts out just like Tyrone's, a 5-yard penalty against the defense.
You're right, Rich. Illegal substitution penalty against the Golden Eagles, so it's going to march it out to the 28-yard line and give a 1st and 5 for the Lions.
Got 5 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. And will Chestnut Ridge ever get their first play from scrimmage underway? Tomovich, number 7, the tailback. And he gets the call, and he has the ball across the 30-yard line to about the 31. First carry on the night for Tomovich.
Shane Amy, the first one to hit him that time, but he gets a couple of yards over left tackle.
And let's check his stats coming into tonight's game. We said he was very similar to Franco. Tomovich has rushed 168 times for 1,166 yards, 7 yards a carry, and 12 touchdowns. Very impressive figures for the Chestnut Ridge Lion running back. 3rd and 2 after a 3-yard gain on first down. And Ridge operating from I formation. Deep a ball over the middle. It's caught for a first down. Boy, that's a nice, tough catch made by number 9 out there for Chestnut Ridge. And that is the split end, Nick Hernkane. He took a hit, but held on to the ball.
Yeah, I believe it was Johnny Franco come up and gave a good lick on him that time at the 45-yard line, but Hernkane hung on to the football. It's a nice pickup of 13 yards and a first down.
Meet your friends after tonight's game at the bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center. A fish special tonight, of course, with baked, beer-battered, or fried haddock dinners, or sandwiches. And Sunday, it's the buffet at the bullpen from 11 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. The bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center. This time, the upback gets the ball, and he's not going too far. That's Josh McDaniel.
McDaniel that time, no running room as Tyler Hoover, and also James Updike in on the stop for the Golden Eagles. They spotted actually a little bit shy of the line of scrimmage, but that's called a 2nd and long 10.
So McDaniel not able to get much there. Good defense by the right side of Tyrone's defense. First quarter action, Tyrone leads at 7-0. And Chestnut Ridge driving now out to their own 44-yard line. Splitbacks. Behind the quarterback, deep a ball. He throws a pass, and it's tipped away incomplete. Intended for a receiver at the 40-yard line of Tyrone. The intended receiver was Jordan Soliday, but he couldn't hang on.
And it was a nice lick again by Johnny Franco that jarred it loose. The pass was a little bit high out in the flats, about 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, and as Soliday reached up to try and get his hands on the football, Johnny Franco come up and gave a good lick on him.
Soliday, 25 catches, 422 yards, 6 touchdowns on the season. He's the man to go to, obviously, for Chestnut Ridge's quarterback, Diefenbaugh. His first name is Jace, spelled J-A-S-E, not Jason or Jess, Jace. Here's a screen set up by the, good play by Tyrone, though. Number 4 comes in, makes a super play, Shane Amy, and stops that screen, forces Chestnut Ridge to punt.
Yeah, McDaniel makes the catch, but Amy came up and gave him a lick down low, and McDaniel
does not
still
have
down
a
on
deep team roster-wise, and that's good news for them that he's staying in the game. We don't want to see something like you were mentioning, the Joe Paterno injury. Gerard, we saw one of the band members on crutches last week. Then Joe on Saturday suffers the broken leg. Safe spot. We're right up where we are, I guess, huh?
Yeah, that's correct, Rick. So we wish Joe well. And Chestnut Ridge in punt formation now. Cower to the punter. Kicks it off the near sideline. It goes out of bounds before anybody can return it. So the Golden Eagle defense does a good job on their first series. Chestnut Ridge does get one first down, but then nothing else.
Change of possessions. We'll take another quick break. Back in 30 seconds. Tyrone takes over, and Golden hands it off to Franco. Franco out across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
So a pickup of about 4 or 5 yards on that carry, straight up the middle over the center, Josh Wright. Let's call it a gain of 5, 2nd and 10.
2 minutes 45 to go on the clock running in the first quarter, and Tyrone on top in the game by a score of 7-0. Tonight's winner will take on the winner of Forest Hills and Marion Center. And, of course, if Tyrone wins, that game will be right here in Tyrone at Gray Veterans Memorial Field next Friday night. So here's your I formation again for the Golden Eagles with 2nd and 6 coming up. And it looks like Tyler Gilman this time stopped cold. Gilman not able to use his second effort that time. He stopped near the line of scrimmage, maybe thrown for a yard loss or so.
Yeah, I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, but Max Cower in on the stop. Really no gain for Gilman. 3rd and 5 for the Golden Eagles.
So excellent play there by the Chestnut Ridge defense, who has come up with a couple strong plays on defense tonight so far.
Yeah, looks like they got a quick defense, and as you mentioned, Rich, the Golden Eagles have run more effectively up the middle, and they try and go wide. The pursuit of the Chestnut Ridge defense is there.
So 3rd and 6 for Tyrone. Justin Shop wide out near side. Split-backs for the offense this time. Oh, wide open is Shop at the 30, 35. He's out across the 40 for a first down for Tyrone and more. Nice catch in the flat. Catch made, then Shop headed toward the near sideline and got an additional 10 yards.
Yeah, all the way from the 25 to out near midfield. We're going to spot it at the 48. That's to pick up a 23 on that completion, and they're laying way off of Justin Shop. I mean, the cornerback's 15 yards down the line of scrimmage, and he's just going 5 yards downfield, accepting a perfect pass from Tyler Golden, and then doing the rest on his own.
You know, they know his reputation, averaging nearly 30 yards a catch on the season. That's an almost impossible statistic for a high school receiver, but that's what Justin's done this season, combining with Tyler Golden on some great long plays. And play action again. And a wide open receiver is Tyler Gilman at the 40-yard line at Chestnut Ridge, but this time TG overthrows TG.
Yeah, Tyler Golden just beyond the fingertips of Tyler Gilman, and it's incomplete. Just a little bit too far out in front on the pass by Golden that time, so it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the Golden Eagle 48-yard line.
And it does stop the clock with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go in the first quarter. The ball at the 48-yard line of the Golden Eagles. 2nd and 10 coming up. Shop and Tate, twin wideouts near side. And we got a power I formation this time for Tyrone with Gilman, the tailback. Could be a delay of game penalty against Tyrone. We'll see.
Forward movement, one or the other, Rich, but I think it is going to be against the Golden Eagles. March it back 5 yards, illegal procedure, and it will bring up a 2nd and 15 down at the 43-yard line.
So 5-yard penalty against the Eagles with 1:09 to go in the first quarter. Tyrone, a very long drive to start the game. That's the only score so far. Johnny Franco, a 1-yard touchdown run, and then John Schaefer's extra point. 7-0. Back to that power I formation for the Eagles. And the handoff goes to Gilman. Gilman tries the middle, but boy, a big guy, number 78. Travis Mangus, he's one of those big 280-pounders in there, huh?
Yeah, the middle defensive tackle, Mangus, came up and corralled Gilman after a short gain of about 2 yards to the 45-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
Mangus kind of saw Gilman and kind of bear hugged him.
He did. He got him up high, and Tyler didn't move forward too much after that. As Travis Mangus, one of the 3 triplets in the starting lineup for the Lions. The other 2 brothers of Travis start on the offensive line.
That looked like one of those power moves for a takedown in wrestling more than a football tackle. 3rd down and 14, Tyrone, and shotgun formation. Tyler Golden has plenty of time. Has an open receiver, but it is nearly intercepted by Tomovich at the 35-yard line, incomplete.
Schaub and Tate were both out there. I don't know if there was a mix-up in the patterns that time, but and Tyler Golden kind of threw it in between them, and as you mentioned, Tomovich had the best chance to catch it, so incomplete, 4th and long for the Golden Eagles.
Boy, Golden had all night to throw that football, but couldn't come up with the hook-up with his receiver. 18.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Levi Reinhardt is the punter. Tomovich, one of the two guys back for Chestnut Ridge in punt formation. No, not a fair catch made. I thought it was going to be a fair catch. That was kind of a dangerous move there by Nick Hurricane, the senior, number 9.
Hurricane that time come up, made a nice catch, but you're right, a little bit dangerous with it, but made the play. He was tackled immediately at his own 30-yard line, so the Lions will start there on their second possession.
And just 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. At the 30-yard line of the Lions. We were trying to remember, I believe Tyrone did play Chestnut Ridge in the playoffs. Maybe, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, something like that in the first round and won. So maybe the final play of the quarter coming up with a nice run by Tomovich. He's out across the 30, but a flag is thrown. So could this be a hold against Chestnut Ridge? We'll wait and see. Didn't see anything.
Just a quick pitch around right end, and he did pick up about 2 yards, but you're right, there's a flag right at the 32-yard line, and the officials are talking to James Updike.
Must be a holding call against the Golden Eagles. Clock is stopped with 2.4 seconds left to go in the quarter, and they're marching it off. Going to call it an illegal block instead of hold, and that's marched back clear inside the 20-yard line. So not a good play on first down there by the Lions.
15-yard penalty from the 32-yard line back to the 17, so it's going to bring up now a first and about 23 for the Lions.
And that is the end of the first quarter, but Tyrone leads it by a score of 7-0. Back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. First down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Make it first and 23 following that penalty to end the quarter. Officials timeout. Now we're set to go. And the start of the second quarter with Tyrone in the lead by a touchdown. I formation, Chestnut Ridge, the tailback Tomovich gets the call. Hard running for 2 or 3 yards. Not much there.
If that, John Schaefer in on the stop. The first one to hit him. We'll see where they mark it, but at about the 18, let's give him a gain of 1, but that's it. It's going to bring up second and 22.
Another official's timeout is called as Chestnut Ridge huddles it up. And a second down coming up and long for the Lions. Deepa has thrown a lot of passes during the season. We'll check his statistics here shortly, see what he's done. Already completed a pass earlier in the game, and there's a wide open receiver, but it's intercepted by Shane Tate of Tyrone at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown for Tyrone. Shane Tate takes it all the way on the interception. We said a receiver was open for Chestnut Ridge, but so was Shane Tate, who had it well defended.
Just a little bit over the receiver's hands at about the 35-yard, or it's about the 30-yard line, and into Shane Tate's hand. It's going to be a 34-yard interception return touchdown for Shane Tate. The Golden Eagles take a 13-0 lead.
Shane Tate on the interception return for Tyrone. Talking about Deepa coming into tonight's game, he's thrown 140 passes among the leaders, completed 58, 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, but now make that 7 interceptions as Shane Tate takes it for a score. Talked about those turnovers, big in the playoff scores.
They are, and it's a key factor, and the Golden Eagles take advantage of that turnover for 7 quick points, and we have 13-0 lead pending the extra point, and we got a flag down on the field, a legal substitution by the Lions, but I think the Golden Eagles are going to decline it.
11:18 to go in the second quarter. Very quickly, an interception taken back by Tate for a touchdown. And now Schaefer will try the extra point. Schaub is the holder. Big number 85, John Schaefer, kicks it up. The kick is good. Tyrone leads 14-0. We'll be back after a 60-second timeout.
Gino Earl and the gang at Gino's Pizza extend their best wishes to the Golden Eagles football team and the coaches in the playoffs. We're celebrating their winning season by offering a special buy. 12 slices of pepperoni pizza, get 2 slices free. Gino's Pizzeria open 4 to midnight Tuesday through Saturday. Call 684-5730.
This is Dan Sprankle from Dan Sprankle's Auto Outlet. I just want to let everybody know in the Tyrone and surrounding areas that we're growing and expanding, and we just opened up our second lot. If there's anybody in the area that needs a nice, used, pre-owned car, please give us a call at Dan Sprankle's Auto Outlet at 684-1300. Dan Sprankle's Auto Outlet. We've talked to our sales professionals, Mark Smith, Charlie Light, and Brooke Sprankle. Good luck to the Tyrone Golden Eagles and the Bellwood Annis Blue Devils this year.
Now Schaefer is set to kick off after kicking the extra point for the Golden Eagles. Tyrone scores first in the second quarter. Tomovich deep, along with someone else. I guess that's Soliday, number 20. Gerard has a better view. Someday we're going to get this press box remodeled, Gerard. We're going to be able to see half the field.
Probably will be long gone by then, Rich, because the place was just remodeled a few years back, and it is a nice facility. But
except for our booth. Our booth is not good. We cannot see out the far end of the press box, so way she goes, though. Bad design work, whoever designed this press box, I guarantee you that. So here we go with Soliday bringing it back, out across the 15, out across the 20, and out near the 30-yard line.
finally brought down on the far side of the field, on the stop, Jesse Walk, and we'll spot it at the 31-yard line on the return by Jordan Soliday.
First down and 10 for the Lions. We were going to talk about Diefenbaugh's stats there, Gerard, but little did I know when I did talk about him, they would add another interception.
Yeah, he's thrown, I think, 10 or 11 touchdown passes, too, similar to Tyler Golden. You mentioned how similar the statistics are for these two teams, Rich, and you're correct when you review them.
They are both receiving-wise with Soliday and Schaub, running-wise with Tomovich and Franco. Oh, there's a nice run by the upback, Josh McDaniel. Takes the ball across the 30 to the 35-yard line. That's one of their better runs so far.
It is their best run of the day, picking up about 6 yards or 7 yards on the first down carry by McDaniel.
Up to the Chestnut Ridge 37-yard line. Chestnut Ridge doesn't want to panic here because they fall behind by another touchdown. Tyrone now leading it, though, 14-0 as we play early in the second quarter. Split backs and a man in the slot for Chestnut Ridge this time. Very tight formation. Maybe they're going to stick to the run. Oh, nothing there. That looks like Tomovich on the run this time. He didn't get much at all.
I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. It's close, but it's going to bring up a third and about 4. It's called no gain. It's a 37, and it's 3rd and 4.
Nice run on first down, but nothing on second down. So it'll bring up a third down and about 3 or 4 for the Chestnut Ridge Lions. Coming into tonight's game with a record of 7-3. Won their last game of the season in a come-from-behind win over Bedford. So will Diefenbaugh go back to the air after throwing that interception? I think that's the best thing to do. Once you're throwing an interception, especially a big one like that for a touchdown, but another going to stick to the ground. Tomovich running wide. Does he have the first down? He's knocked out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
Jordan Good and Josh Bradley on the knockout at the sideline, but it's only a pickup of about 2 yards to the 39. He's going to be 1.5 yards or 2 short.
So punting situation for the Chestnut Ridge Lions. From their own 39-yard line, Tyrone going to get the ball back very quickly here. Stopped them 3 and out that time. Shane Tate and Johnny Franco will be deep for the Golden Eagles and the punt return team. Stand back inside their 35-yard line. Check the punter.
And it's Max Coward for the Lions. And, of course, the 2 deep men for the Golden Eagles, the 2 players that have touchdowns tonight.
That's right. Tate and Franco. And a low line drive kick's going to bounce at the 30. Johnny Franco going to let it bounce inside the 20-yard line. So we got to change the possessions. The score Tyrone 14 and Chestnut Ridge nothing. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back in the playoffs. We had a penalty called on the punt, and it was against Chestnut Ridge for personal foul. So that gives Tyrone better field position at the 31-yard line. And here's Johnny Franco running hard, breaking tackles, but not getting much yardage.
No, good pursuit again by the defense of the Lions. It'll be a pickup from about the 31, out to near the 35, though, but gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
9 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half. And the Golden Eagles with the ball at their 34-yard line. So senior quarterback Tyler Golden, the all-star in the Nittany division for the MAC. First-string quarterback. We'll talk about that at halftime. Run down the Tyrone players on the first and second teams. And Franco trying to run wide. He's going nowhere. Breaks one tackle, though, and is out across the 40. And Franco reversed his field that time after it looked like he was stopped cold.
Yeah, looks like he was going to lose a yard or two with just a quick pitch around left end, but the pursuit was there by the Lions, so he stopped, broke a tackle, and cut it back to the right, and did a nice job. Finally brought down by Travis Mangus, but he got it out to the 40-yard line, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and long 1.
Well, junior Franco is a very crafty runner, as the Lions found out on that play. 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first half. Ball now placed at the 40-yard line of the Golden Eagles. Action tonight on WTRN Tyrone and TyronePA.com. Timeout is called by the Golden Eagles, so we'll take a timeout as well. Return to our WTRN studios once again and take a 60-second break. 3rd down and 2 for Tyrone from the 40. Franco has the first down, I do believe. Barely, but got it on a run over tackle.
Right tackle that time. Straight ahead handoff over right tackle. I think he's got enough for the first down out to the 42 or 43-yard line, and the official confirms my judgment. It's a 43. Pick up a 3, 1st and 10.
Now this Chestnut Ridge defense, George, has been on the field an awful lot in the first half, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Tyrone's drives have been methodical. They did have to punt the one time, scored the other time. This is their 3rd possession. Of course, the defensive touchdown giving Tyrone the 14-0 lead.
And they do not have a deep roster. Tyrone has a much larger roster and much deeper as far as skilled players that play a lot. So that could play an effect in this game later on. Right now, Tyrone is leading 14-0. An official's timeout has been called. The flag is thrown. I see a flag back there. They're marching something off against Tyrone here. That's the 2nd time tonight. Tyrone has been called for illegal substitution. I can hardly remember any time during the season when that's happened. Maybe a few times.
Yeah, a couple times, but it's already the 2nd time tonight, and it's going to make it a 1st and 15 now back at their own 38-yard line. And I don't know, they just don't have the substitutions going correctly here tonight, or the packages for the offense in sync.
2nd time it's happened tonight. But the Tyrone Golden Eagles will be penalized 5 yards. Back to their own 38-yard line. So it will be 1st down and 15, as you mentioned. Twin receivers to the near side, Schaub and Gilman. As an I formation for Tyrone. Golden is going to throw the football. Plenty of time to throw it. Down the field she goes. Schaub, does he have it? Just off his fingertips, incomplete.
Well, Justin had a chance to catch that one, but it went through his fingertips, as you mentioned. It was a pretty well-thrown pass by Tyler Golden at the Chestnut Ridge 20-yard line, but it's incomplete as he got beyond the secondary by a couple steps. And
that's what Chestnut Ridge has been defending against all night, playing very loosely against Justin Schaub. By that time, he did break free. If he would have had that, he might have had a touchdown. Down the near sideline here. Well, that stops the clock on the incomplete pass with 7 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the half. And Tyrone at their own 38-yard line now has a 2nd and 15. Golden Eagles huddled up. We've got an excellent crowd here from Chestnut Ridge. I don't know how large that school district is. Obviously, they play in Double-A, but boy, they're very supportive of their team, huh?
Yeah, good crowd over there in the far sideline. Just about a full stand.
And screen pass coming out to Franco, but he is tackled, breaks a tackle, though, just as Franco has done earlier. Breaks another one, and finally is stopped at the 43-yard line after a gain of 5.
Yeah, you're right. It gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but it could have been a loss of yardage. An excellent play by Franco. He ran out into the flat behind the line of scrimmage, took the pass in from Golden, and picks up 5.
The Chestnut Ridge defenders just not able to make that clinching tackle against Johnny Franco a couple times tonight. They would have had him for a couple of good losses.
You're correct, Rich. So Johnny Franco's got good, strong lower body and legs, and he's broken a lot of tackles all season.
He's tough, no doubt on that. The junior, number 2. And Shop and Gilman, twin wideouts to the far side this time. Need 10, though, for a first down. Good protection again. Plenty of time for Golden to throw it, but it's incomplete. At the 46-yard line, the intended receiver this time was Conrad, the tight end.
It's actually Doug Morrow in there.
I'm sorry, Doug Morrow, the tight end.
Yeah, 84, the tight end dug in there, and he's seen some action here in his second game after his broken collarbone, but it's going to be 4th and 10 for the Golden Eagles, punt formation.
Seen limited action. The first time he played was last week, I believe, against Johnstown, and now he's in this time on the formation, but an incomplete pass. 6:38 to go now. Levi Reinhardt, his second punt on the night. Good snap. Chestnut Ridge playing it for the return this time. Nope, they're going to call for a fair catch. So a change of possessions. Tyrone leads it 14-0. Let's return to our WTRN studios again. Take a 30-second And there's break. The big guy fumbling the football, but Chestnut Ridge has recovered. That's McDaniel again, out across the 25 to near the 29. Nice run, but then he fumbled the ball. Josh Deepabaugh with the recovery.
Yeah, McDaniel that time coughed it up, and this series started at their own 25-yard line, and he gains 4 after the fumble.
And the clock moving, 6:02 to go in the quarter. Chestnut Ridge is, I think, still looking for their first down.
On the first series, they picked up a first down and then had to punt, so they do have 1 first down, I know.
1 first down on the night so far. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go till halftime. And the I formation for the Lions. Deepabaugh's looking for a receiver. He's back in pass formation. He scrambles to his right, gets the pass off. He sees his receiver as covered, so he just throws it out of bounds.
Exactly what he did, Mitch. Yeah, he was being pursued from behind by Josh Bradley, and he also had someone coming in his face. I think it was Tyler Hoover. So he just threw it out of bounds at about the 35-yard line as he rolled to his left.
Yes, Soliday was the intended receiver, number 20 at the Chestnut Ridge 45, but just thrown out of bounds by the quarterback. Stops the clock, 5:38 to go now. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Big interception has played a key in this game by Shane Tate, if you just tuned in. Shane not only intercepted the football, but took it back for a touchdown. So the defense playing a part in the Tyrone scoring here in the first half. And an I formation. Tomovich, they got to get him involved more in the offense, and they do here, but he's not going to get the first down. Running hard across the 30 to the 33.
Picked up about 3 yards, but he needed 6 or 7, and it will bring up a 4th down situation for the Lions at their own 33.
Punt formation now for Chestnut Ridge. So the offense of either team has scored here in the second quarter, huh?
No, neither offense scoring in the second quarter. The only touchdown coming on the 34-yard interception return by Shane Tate.
And once again, it'll be Johnny Franco and Tate back as punt returners at their own 36. And checking that punter again for Pennsville, that's Max Cowart, number 23. He'll punt from his own 20. Gets the kick off. It's a good one this time. Tate's going to let it bounce inside the 25-yard line. Takes a nice roll for the Lions. So, timeout in the field. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Back to our WTRN studios. Let's take another 30-second timeout.
Did you know GNR Excavating offers autonomous services and are now professional home wreckers? GNR Excavating offers underground utility installation, removal, and site clearing, septic systems, sand mounds, and repairs, backhoe services, land clearing, and stump removal. Give GNR Excavating a call for more information. Their number is 684-4424. And save at our warehouse on new and used building supplies and equipment. Located at 900 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Tyrone takes over at their own 22-yard line, and here's a run on first down. Is that Tyler Gilman with the football? He's out across the 25. Or was it Franco? Was Gilman? No, it was Gilman on the run.
Yes, it was, Rich. He picked up about 4, close to it out to the 26. He'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Tyrone would like to get another score before halftime. They got plenty of time to put a drive together here with just over 4 minutes to go now in the first half and 2 timeouts remaining. Shane Tate splits wide to the left, and I formation for Tyrone on second down. Golden takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Johnny Franco. Boy, there's a nice defensive stop by number 23 this time by Chestnut Ridge. One of the linebackers, Max Coward, who is also the punter.
That's correct. He got Franco from behind. It'll be a loss of yardage, about a yard back to the 25 and bring up a 3rd and 7. But do we have a flag down too, Rich?
One time Franco could not break away from the tackler that time. Looks like a penalty against Tyrone.
We'll be holding, Rich, the signal from the official. So it'll march Tyrone back deeper into their own territory. And now here's where you've got to be careful. You don't want to give up a turnover in a short field for the Lions with this 14-0 lead.
No, you certainly don't. You got to be careful. Still plenty of time. 3:56 to go in the first half. Now Tyrone wins this game. We'll be back next week with a broadcast of the game here at Tyrone against the winner of Marion Center and Forest Hills. Interesting matchup there. Tyrone knows a heck of a lot more about Forest Hills than they do Marion Center. They met them many, many a times in the playoffs. I think I said tonight. That is actually one of the games that's tomorrow night, including is at the Mounties tomorrow night. Phillipsburg against Penn Cambria.
Correct, Rich. At Penn Cambria.
So Tyrone with a 2nd and 17. Oh, and there's a nice run by Johnny Franco. He's out across the 20, gets some of those yards back.
Coward again in on the stop for the Lions, and there will be a pickup out to the 22-yard line, the original line of scrimmage, and bring up, I believe, about a 3rd and 10.
Now, Chestnut Ridge might want to take a timeout here. They want to get the ball back with some time left on the clock. They're not going to do so, though. They let it run with 3:10 to go. Tyrone needs 17 for a first down. So this is going to be tough here, especially in this situation where you don't want to throw any passes that might be intercepted. But they do send out 3 wideouts, near side, trips, as they call it, huh? Shop has the catch. He's not going to have the first down. He's got the 35-yard line, so it's going to be close to the first down. We'll see if he has it or not. And he does have the first down, so Chestnut Ridge will not get a chance here as we wind down the clock in the first half. Clock starting again, 2:44 to go. Tate near side as the receiver. Golden, very long count this time. Tate catches it, 42, 45-yard line. 2:17 to go now. Tyrone with the ball in their own territory as we approach halftime here. I think Tate wanted to get out of bounds that time.
But he did not. He's about a yard shy of the first down. A pickup of 9, though. 2nd and 1. Just inside the 45-yard line for the Golden Eagles. Here, clock running, 1:59 left. I believe they still have 2 timeouts. So with 2 timeouts in a little under 2 minutes.
Catch made by Shane Tate here on the near sideline for a 9-yard gain. Kadich in the lineup, the sophomore receiver. There's one floated up there. Should be intercepted. Oh, my. Chestnut Ridge saw that one coming. They would have an easy interception.
It was number 9, Hernkane on the coverage of Justin Schaub at about the 30-yard line. And it was good coverage that time by Hernkane. He had the best chance to catch it, and they both got their legs tangled up. Both went down, but no flag thrown.
And it wasn't one of Tyler's highlight reel passes on the season. It was floated way up there.
Yeah, it was way high in the air and allowed both players to kind of hesitate and slow down, and they got their feet tangled up.
Quarterback keeper for the first down for Tyrone, out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. So Tyler Golden carrying the ball himself to the Golden Eagle 48, 1st and 10. That does stop the clock.
Yes, it does. They needed 1 for the first down. Tyler gets about 3 and keeps this drive moving.
Tyrone leads in the game 14-0. We'll have a recap of the first half for you with Gerard, some of the stats, scoring plays. Bill Marlette will join us, see if we got some scores from across the area. Not too many games tonight. Of local interest, of course. Golden throws one headed for Shop, and he cannot make the catch at the 5-yard line. Boy, really aired that one out, but incomplete. With a minute 18 to go down the far sideline. Shop is coming to the near sideline now to talk about the next play with Coach John Franco. That was really aired out, though.
Yes, it was at about the 5-yard line in the air, all the way from his own 40-yard line, or just on beyond the 40-yard line, as Tyler Golden threw it 50 yards in the air. It was pretty much on the money, but I couldn't tell from the far sideline whether Hernkane, also on coverage again, got his hand in there, or just Justin couldn't quite corral it.
Boy, Justin Shop has turned into quite the big play receiver for Tyrone this year. Hit his one over the middle to Gilman. He makes the catch. 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Knocked out of bounds finally with minute 7 to go.
And it's going to be a big pickup, as you mentioned, Rich, way down deep in Lion territory. It's just a little delayed screen over the middle to Tyler Gilman as they let the rush come in. All 4 linemen were on top of Tyler Golden. He lobbed it over their heads into Tyler Gilman's hands, and he gets it down to the 10-yard line. They're going to spot it. A pickup of 38, let's check it, pickup of about 42 yards.
And a minute 5 to go in the half. First down and 10 for Tyrone. Franco running to his left goes into the end zone for a Tyrone score. So 11-yard touchdown run for Franco makes it Tyrone leading now by a score 20-0. Extra point try coming up by Schaefer again. He's 2 for 2 so far tonight. Franco on the 11-yard touchdown run. Shop is the holder. Here's the kick. And it's up, but it's good. Tyrone 21-0. We'll be back with a Golden Eagle kickoff in 60 seconds. We can attend tomorrow night's game at Bellwood, as Bellwood will be hosting Glendale. Glendale's second ever playoff game in their school history. Won their first against Conemaugh Valley. Lou Seidel, Lance Baird will have the action for you. Starting with the, well, we're not going to have a pregame show because we're going to join it right after the Penn State game at 7 o'clock for the kickoff. Penn State, of course, taking on Temple with a 3:30 kickoff tomorrow afternoon. So here's Schaefer's booth. Down to Soliday. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and out across the 30-yard line with just 52 seconds to go.
Finally tripped up by Steve Kadich, who brings down Soliday at the 30-yard line. And let's see what Coach Dan Wilkins decides to do here. Does he want to try and get some points on the board here before halftime, with just 52 seconds left, and at your own 30-yard line? Is he going to play conservative?
Tyrone scoring a late touchdown with the extra point good by Schaefer to make it 21-0. They send big number 9 out as the receiver, and that's Nick Herniker. Hernicane. Is he the potential receiver? Yes, no. Tomovich, 35, 40, out to the 45-yard line. Nice little play there. Of course, Tyrone playing a little bit soft here late in the quarter.
Yeah, but it's a nice pickup of all 14 yards out to the 44, the first down for the Lions. I believe that's only their second first down of the night.
And does stop the clock with 43.4 seconds to go. Our East End Pizza football trivia question coming up at halftime as well. Think you know your Tyrone football? Well, stay tuned. You might be a winner. Foot-long hot dog with all your favorite toppings, or one of those famous Tyrone-style hoagies from East End Pizza. McDaniel gets the call this time on the ground. That surprised me a lot there. Gains about 3, but does keep the clock running.
Yes, he gets out to the 48-yard line and pick up a 3, 2nd and 7.
27.2, did they call their timeout? Yes, they did. So back to our studios. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after this 60-second break. Tyler Hoover with the sack for Tyrone as we return to action.
And it's going to be a big loss of more than 10 yards as Jace Deefabaugh is brought down at his own 36-yard line, a loss of about 11, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long.
And now I think they just want to let the clock run with 5.8 seconds to go, and another timeout by Chestnut Ridge, so we'll keep it here this time. Let's bring in Bob Miller right now from the Tyrone Daily Herald, the Sports Center, coming up, of course, at home for the Blue Devils tomorrow against the Vikings of Glendale. Deefabaugh set to take the snap. Little swing pass, and actually that's going to be the trick play coming up with Tomovich passing the ball, and it's intercepted as the last play of the half by, who got it? Justin Schaap on the interception. So they try a trick play on the halfback pass to end the half.
Okay, they had nothing to lose with 5 seconds left. They kind of disrupted the flow whenever the backward pass was dropped, but it was still behind him, so he could pick it up and throw it.
So let's real quick here tell us about your thoughts for tomorrow.
20 rushing attempts for the Golden Eagles and 76 yards rushing in the first half. A good first half for Tyler Golden throwing the football, however. 8 completions and 14 attempts, no touchdowns, no interceptions for 121 yards through the air. Justin Schaap has 4 receptions for 65 yards. Shane Tate, 1 catch for 9 yards. Johnny Franco, 1 catch for 5 yards. And Tyler Gilman, 2 receptions for 42 yards. Total offense for Tyrone, 76 yards rushing, 121 through the air for a team total of 197 yards. Well, the Golden Eagles got the football to start this football game tonight, and they had a long time-consuming drive covering 67 yards, capped by a Johnny Franco 1-yard touchdown run. John Schaefer kicked the extra point, and the Golden Eagles led it 7-0 with 5:29 left in the first quarter. No further scoring in that quarter, but early in the second quarter, with Chestnut Ridge in possession of the football, Shane Tate picked off a Jace Deefabaugh pass and returned it 34 yards for a touchdown on the interception return. Schaefer kicks his second extra point, and the Golden Eagles led it 14-0 at the 11:18 mark of the second quarter. Then late in the quarter, the Golden Eagles also have a long 78-yard scoring drive capped by a Johnny Franco 11-yard touchdown run. Schaefer converts his 3rd extra point of the night, and the Golden Eagles led it 21-0 with just a minute left in the first half. On a desperation halfback pass on the last play of the half, Justin Schaap picks off a Mike Tomovich pass, the second turnover of the night for the Lions. That came on the last play of the half, and the Golden Eagles lead it 21-0 at halftime.
And just checking the stats, I remember he had a couple last week, didn't he, in that final finale against Johnstown. That's his 7th interception on the season.
Yes, Schaap is among the leaders in the area on interceptions, as well as
thinking. A lot of kids who are going to school in Tyrone now, they never remember Tyrone having a losing football team or not being in the playoffs.
Well, that's correct, Rich. I guess this class of seniors tonight was in first grade when the streak started for the Golden Eagles.
Unbelievable streak. John Franco started out in 1994. He replaced Tom Miller, who was a longtime Tyrone coach in a couple of different times. Well, he was 5-5 in his first year, and since then, starting in 95, you remember that run we had in 95, going to Pittsburgh for the Western semifinal.
That's correct, Rich, where the Golden Eagles lost, but then in 96 they come up back and play in the state championship game and lose.
Sure, it's been quite a run for Tyrone, of course, winning it in 1999. Of course, Tyrone will play the winner of tomorrow's game between Marion Center and Forest Hills, AA, next week if the Golden Eagles hang on here.
Yeah, and I believe Marion Center only has 1 loss at 9-1. Forest Hills is 8-2 on the season, but Forest Hills is the 4 seed and Marion Center the 5 seed.
Okay, George, we'll be back with our second half kickoff in tonight's game. Again, Tyrone leads it 21-0. We'll be back after a final 2-minute break for the WTRN Sports. Agree with you on that. So we start the third quarter now. Chestnut Ridge deferred for the opening kickoff. So now the Lions will get the ball first here in the second half. John Schaefer set to do the booting. for the Golden Eagles, on top by a score of 21-0. Tomovich, Soliday are deep for the Lions of Chestnut Ridge. From Fishertown, PA, Bedford County. And a nice boot this time by Schaefer. Coming down to Soliday at the 8. He's out across the 10, 15. He's to the 20, the 25, and to the 30-yard line.
And it seems like a repeat of the last return almost, up the far sideline, right to the 30-yard line. A nice little return by Soliday.
And they'll be set to go get into action here and maybe try to get something, some kind of scoring drive underway. They haven't been able to do much in the game so far. The one drive stopped by an interception. The other wasn't stopped on downs. They had to punt finally, I think. Is that right? Or did they? Was it the first drive of the game, remember, when they took it?
Yeah, they punted Rich, and really the Tyrone Golden Eagle defense been stellar. I had them only giving up 42 yards total offense in the first half.
Excellent work by the Golden Eagle defense. Split backs this time. Now they switch to the eye before the snap. Quarterback deep, the ball hands are off to Tomovich, and nice tackle by Tyrone. Stops him after a short gain, and that's Shane Amy.
Amy comes up and makes the stop after a short gain into about 2.5 yards, just beyond the 32-yard line. Let's call it second and a long 7.
Chestnut Ridge getting the ball first here in the third quarter. Double-A playoff game, the number 1 seed Tyrone, the number 8 seed Chestnut Ridge. The number 8 seed doesn't beat the number 1 too many times. We're harking back to last year when Penn Camberry had that lead at halftime over Tyrone. The Golden Eagles had to fight hard in the second half and come back and win it. So you can never take your opponent lightly, especially when you get to playoff season. And McDaniel makes the catch at the 30, 35. He's out near the first down at the 40 before he is knocked out of bounds.
Jordan Good in on the stop. That time as he pushes him out of bounds, but it's going to be real close to the first down out near the 40, as you mentioned, Rich. Let's see, there's no fish short by a yard. Looks like it's going to be just short. They're going to spot it at the 39, and it's going to be 3rd and 1.
3rd and less than a yard for a first down. I don't think we've had a measurement in tonight's game, although here comes the Chestnut coaching staff out to take a look at McDaniel now. He's down.
But nobody helping him.
3rd and less than a yard for the Lions. Could be at a quarterback keeper time, maybe for deeper ball. We'll see in a moment. No, I'll call it right that time. It is, and he has, I believe, the first down before being pushed back.
Yeah, very close. If he's got it, it's just by inches. And Tyler Gilman came up from his linebacking spot that time and hit him head on. Deeper ball is really not that big. He's listed in the program at 5'11", 180, but I find that hard to believe. He looks like he's about 5'8", and maybe 165 or 170.
That was a hard-earned 1.5 foot there for a first down for Chestnut Ridge to the 40-yard line. But they keep their drive moving here as we start the third quarter at their own 40. Soliday wide out near side of the field. Deeper ball, as I mentioned, has thrown 140 passes on the year. He's thrown a lot. Tomovich gets the call, and he is shoved back after getting back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, I think he had forward progress to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that. And Josh Bradley and Tyler Hoover in on that stop, 2nd and 10 at the 40.
Nothing too innovative. Chestnut Ridge, offensive-wise here, very traditional type teams.
Yeah, they run from the I formation most of the time, similar to the Golden Eagles. They don't spread the receivers out as wide as Tyrone does. They have a tighter formation, and now just a lone back there now. I think it's Tomovich.
And Tomovich is hit for a loss this time. Way back there at the 35-yard line. Nowhere to go that time. That's big Tyler Hoover. When Tyler gets a hold of you, you're going down.
It'll be a loss of 5 back to the 35. Somehow he knifed beyond the offensive line and got into the backfield, and they tried a little delay handoff to Tomovich that time. Had the receivers come in the backfield and tried to get in front of Tomovich as the blockers, but they couldn't stop Tyler Hoover that time.
Well, they certainly couldn't. Early in the third quarter, Tyrone on top, 21-0, and now it's a 3rd and 15. That's a 5-yard loss back to the 35-yard line. Haven't seen them operate from the shotgun formation tonight either. So whether they do that or not, we're not sure. Deep ball's going to throw, or is he going to be sacked? He's going to be sacked back at the 32-yard line. check the numbers of the Tyrone defenders who came in there. John Schaefer, I see, getting up.
Number 66 in there for the Golden Eagles in on the stop, and that is Jared Good, or 68 was it? I believe it was 60. No, Jared Good, 66 in on the stop. It's just a loss of 3 back to the 32, but it's 4th and long.
So Good and Schaefer in on the sack. Jason Reese and Tyler Hoover are the leading sackers on the year. I believe they both have in the area of 10 sacks on the season. So here we go with the punt formation for Chestnut Ridge. Is Cowart is the punter. Low liner. It'll be picked up by Johnny Franco at the 35-yard line, running wide, and nice tackle there made by Chestnut Ridge, not allowing Franco to get too much yardage. Was there a flag thrown? I believe there is a flag, yes.
Yeah, 28 in on the stop, and that's Andy Tomovich of the Lions, but there is a flag down as Franco returned it about 7 yards to the 40.
And that's usually against the punt return team, and that's the way it's going to go this time as well. Illegal block called against the Golden Eagles on the special teams. 8 minutes and 27 seconds. Tyrone stops the first threat after Chestnut Ridge at least got a first down there, huh?
Yeah, they did get one first down, but then went backwards due to some negative plays and a sack. And with the penalty tacked on here, the Golden Eagles are going to start at their own 29-yard line.
First down and 10 at the Golden Eagles 29. One score by the defense in tonight's game, in case you just tuned in. Shane Tate with what was the yardage on his 34-yard interception return for a touchdown. And Johnny Franco gets the call, breaks a tackle at the 30, is out across the 35-yard line to the 40 before he's finally knocked out of bounds for a first down. That was a good second effort there by Franco.
Yeah, they'll spot it around the 45-yard line. And let's call it the 44. Nice pickup on the first down carry of Franco of 14 yards.
Johnny Franco, the junior, having an excellent year in his second year playing, of course, for Tyrone. Coming up from Bishop Guilfoyle Junior High after the Franco family moved to the Tyrone area. So Shop and Gilman, or rather Shop and Tate, wide out far side. And the I formation Tyrone. Handoff goes to the tailback, Gilman this time. Gilman's crossed the 45 to the 47 for gain 3.
Now finally brought down by 78, Travis Mangus. Pickup of about 3 for Tyler. Tyler hasn't gotten untracked a whole lot here in the football game running the football, but he's been capable to break a long one every once in a while, even when he's been held down.
He's done that several times in games this season. And a second down coming up for the Golden Eagles. Again, Shop and Tate, twin wideouts far side. Penn State football takes the air tomorrow. Nittany Lions will, of course, be hosting the Temple Owls. 2 o'clock for the pregame show, 3:30 kickoff time. Johnny Franco breaks one tackle across the 50 into Chestnut Ridge territory before being stopped.
He'll be a little short of the first down. He was pushed out of bounds at about the Lions' 48-yard line, and it's going to bring up a third and 1 or 2 yards here.
7 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the third quarter. The third quarter has been scoreless so far. Want to thank Open Door Visions of Tyrone for providing internet access to all the games this year, including the playoffs. The website, www.tyronepa.com. The Golden Eagles have crossed midfield now into Chestnut Ridge territory. 3rd and 2 coming up. Split backs. Tyler Golden set to take the snap. And a quarterback keeper this time for Golden, and he pushes the crowd ahead of him for a first down.
Josh Wright, James Updike, Matt Murray, the center of the offensive line, gets plenty of room for Tyler Golden to get the first down inside the 45 down to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles.
So clock stopped momentarily there to move the chains. The Tyrone with the first down in Chestnut Ridge territory now. Gilman Franco split backs behind quarterback Golden this time. And it is Johnny Franco, another big gainer for Franco, 40 to 35.
And inside the 35 down to about the 33 before Tyler comes in and makes the stop along with Kyle Hess, the linebacker number 31, but that's going to be a nice pickup of 11 yards for Johnny Franco and for another first down.
The 33-yard line of the Lions. Tyrone with their first possession of the second half. Schaub and Tate wide out far side. Golden takes the snap. He falls down and is sacked back at the 40-yard line. Got up after he fell, but number 23 comes in to make the sack.
Max Coward is going to have a sack back to the 40. It's going to be a loss of about 7 yards. And I don't know, Tyler Golden slipped coming out of center, out from under center, and I thought actually he was down, knee down about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but the officials did not signal that, and it wound up being a deeper loss.
Would have been better if they would have signaled it down there, the original spot where Tyler was having difficulty. Less than 6 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Here's another nice run by Franco. 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Franco down the near sideline, and he was tiptoeing down the sideline for that score.
Yeah, he got beyond the secondary, made it just a nice sprint right between two cornerbacks of the Lions at about the 25-yard line, and then he was beyond everybody. But he was near the sideline here and had to keep his balance and toes inbounds. But a 40-yard touchdown run for Johnny Franco, and the Golden Eagles now lead it 27-0, pending the extra point from John Schaefer.
Johnny Franco on the touchdown run for Tyrone. It came at 5:49 of the third quarter. And as I mentioned, he kind of tiptoed those final 15 yards or so right down the near sideline and did not go out of bounds, made it into the end zone. Schaefer's kick is good, and Tyrone leads it 28-0. We'll be back with the Golden Eagle kickoff in 60 seconds. The first score of the second half is by the Golden Eagles. Extra point good by Schaefer, and it's 28-0 Tyrone. Schaefer now set to kick off. Tomovich, Soliday are the deep men standing at their own 5-yard line. Chestnut Ridge not able to get untracked on offense in this game at all tonight. Helped along by a stalwart defensive effort by the Golden Eagle defense, of course, as well. And here's the kick. Soliday takes it at the 5. He's to the 10, 15, out across the 20. Nice tackle by Tyrone upends him. Who made that? Shane Amy.
Shane Amy's been a stalwart on special teams all season. Gets down there and undercuts the legs of Soliday at about the 21-yard line. And that's where they're going to spot it really at the 21.
First down and 10 for Chestnut Ridge at their own 21-yard line. As they try to get something going offensively here for the first time. They've tried the run, they've tried the pass, they've tried to run outside, tried to run inside. This is much work. I formation, and Tomovich has not been a factor in the game tonight. McDaniel is back in, but Tomovich gets the call. Breaks one tackle, but has just a yard or two.
James Updike hit him first, but then Jason Reese and one of the Hover come up and hit him and brought him down. It's going to be maybe a half-yard gain. That's about it.
So gain of 1, and we have a second and 9 coming up with 5:23 to go in the third quarter. Out across at the 22.5-yard line. Golden Eagles leading now in the game by a score of 28-0. Number 12 is in the lineup now for Chestnut Ridge. Let's check on his number as a wide receiver, and that would be Chris Capu. First action he's seen, they're going to go to him. No, they're going to go to, out of the backfield comes Tomovich, makes the catch near the line of scrimmage, has maybe a yard.
Yeah, gets to about the 23, but he was undercut by Justin Schaub that time. As Schaub dropped off Capu and saw the play coming out of the backfield with Tomovich. He come up and made the stop at the 23, a pickup of another yard, but it's 3rd and 8.
Whatever Chestnut Ridge tries, and they're trying various offensive thrusts here in this game, and none of them have worked against Tyrone. Tyrone seems to have an answer for just about everything.
Yeah, they're a little bit quicker defensively, and they are reading the plays of Chestnut Ridge. It seems like they are running a lot of the same plays over and over again. I don't know if they're changing formations. I can't follow that enough, but Tyrone's right there on every play they try. And Diefenbaugh back to pass. He lobs one high in the air. He's got a receiver down there, and let's see the...
Intercepted by Justin Schopp again at the 50-yard line. Justin Schopp, a nice interception, and that's his 8th on the year. Boy, he been hot intercepting that football in recent times here. So we have a change of possessions. Let's return to our WTRN studios and take a quick timeout. Bill will send back to you for a 30-second break. Johnny Franco running wide again, 50, 45, first down to the 40 and out of bounds. So Johnny Franco's getting kind of unstoppable, and I do believe what we talked about earlier, maybe this Chestnut Ridge defense just wearing down. They were in the field a lot in the first half, and they don't have a deep roster.
You're right, Rich. This drive started at the Tyrone zone 49-yard line, and first carry of the drive, Johnny Franco gets 13 yards to the Lions' 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles, and Johnny Franco's well over 100 yards now on the night, Rich.
Remember how they were having trouble running wide early in the game?
Yeah,
that's a big change.
Yeah, it seems as though they've corrected that, the Golden Eagle offense, and has gotten Franco out wide a couple times for nice runs, and the last touchdown, a 40-yard run. And there's a handoff to Gilman this time, I should say, over right tackle. Nice running room from the 38 down to about the 32. It's going to be a pickup of 6 and 2nd and 4.
Late in the third quarter, we have 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and the clock is running. And Tyrone now with the ball at the 33-yard line of the Lions. Well, you know, Tyrone running wide better here later in the game also could be an effect of the Chestnut Ridge defense being a little more tired, not able to defend as well. But they're getting a whooping here tonight, there's no doubt on that. Franco again the call. Johnny Franco tries in this time, and he is stopped. Maybe a loss of a yard that time.
Well, he's going to gain positive yardage as he gets inside the 30, and it's going to be close to the first down, but I believe a yard or so shy.
So 3 minutes to go. Third quarter. Tyrone scores here. We can relax if they get the extra point because the clock will be running. Some of these games Tyrone has played this year have just not been competitive at all. And the exception was that Penns Valley game.
Yeah, that was the toughest game of the year. The only game the Golden Eagles have been behind in all season.
Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk, huh? Penns Valley. But Penns Valley fought hard. They knew they had to win that game to make the playoffs, so they gave it all they had. Gilman with the call over right end this time, and he has the first down.
Inside the 25, down to the 24, 23-yard line. He did a nice 360 spin move and got away from a tackler and gained an extra couple yards, but 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles at the 23.
Well, whoever Tyrone plays next week, I'm sure it will be a more competitive type situation. As you get deeper into the playoffs, better teams emerge. 2:23 to go. That clock stopped for a moment to move the chains, but yet another first down for Tyrone as they drive again into Chestnut Ridge territory. Tyler Golden, backs are split behind him this time, Franco and Gilman. And it's Franco with the call. Franco to the 20, 15, still carrying tacklers with him inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. What a run by Franco, just carrying guys with him.
Yeah, he's just running really hard tonight. He's breaking tackles, and it's going to be a carry all the way from the 23 down to the 3-yard line, we're going to call, Rich. A gain of 20, and it's 1st and goal.
So inside the 5 to the 3-yard line on that run by Junior Franco. Junior both ways, Junior class-wise and to Junior Franco to his dad and the head coach, right. Gilman with the call. Gilman is stopped shy of the end zone. No, he's just in there for a score for Tyrone again. So the Golden Eagles now lead it by a score of 34-0. Extra point try coming up. Gilman with the 3-yard touchdown run this time. And let's hope and pray for a successful extra point here by Schaefer. This would not be a time to miss one when you got a 34-0 score, as you want to start running that clock. Justin Schopp is the holder, and I hope I don't jinx him by saying that. How it usually happens. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. Tyrone leads it 35-0. We'll be back with the Golden Eagle kickoff in 60 seconds. Yeah, how many times have we said this? Tomovich and Soliday are deep standing at their own 5-yard line, and again, Schaefer set to do the kickoff. It's deja vu all over again, as Yogi Berra used to say. Minute 45 to go in the third quarter, and we will have a running clock now, with the Golden Eagles comfortably on top in the game. The kick is going out of bounds. Schaefer, far sideline.
Well, you get a little tired, I think, Rich, with all those kickoffs and extra points, and that one went out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, but sure Chestnut Ridge will take it at the 35.
Maybe we'll see Tyler Gilman come in if needed again. Gilman has been the, what do you call him, the second-string kicker, backup kicker, okay? Minute 45 to go. Chestnut Ridge takes over in decent field position this time at their own 35 on that kick out of bounds. And again, we'll also say, once again, can Chestnut Ridge get something going on offense here? Not been the case so far in the game. At all. A couple first downs, that's about it for them. Timeout is called by Tyrone, so we'll keep it here this time. Wanted to salute, which I forgot to do at halftime. I did forget to salute the Tyrone All-Stars. This last sheet had better be the one. No, it's not the one, of course. See if you can find that in there. There it is. The MAC All-Stars for Tyrone. First team on offense. Tyler Golden is the quarterback, first team on offense. Johnny Franco, unanimous selection as a running back. Also Tyler Gilman as a running back for Tyrone. So the whole Tyrone backfield there just about, huh? And moving on to receiver. To tight end. It was Donnie Conrad, the tight end, and James Updike was a guard on the offense. As far as the first team defense goes, Tyler Hooper was a unanimous selection as a lineman at Tyrone. Of course, he's coming off an all-state selection from last year. Jordan Good, senior for Tyrone, also. Pitch out going to Tomovich. Tries to run hard this time. Does have a first down out across the 45. One of his better runs in the night.
Yeah, through the 47 right now, and Coach Franco has most of the second unit defense in there now. As you got Jesse Walk in there, Donnie Conrad, Steve Kadich. A few of the starters in there yet. Tate is in there, and Amy and Josh Bradley up front, but Tyler Hoover's not in there in the offense or defensive line. But a 7-8 pickup, first and 10 for the line.
Time winding down here with less than a minute to go in the third quarter. I set. Pitch out to Tomovich again. A little less yardage this time. He's got a couple out to the 48-yard line. Now, don't forget, tomorrow night's a big game as well. If you can't be at Bellwoods Memorial Field, we'll have the action for you with Lou Seidel and also Lance Baird providing the action. We'll join the game right after Penn State. Penn State Nittany Lions taking on Temple earlier in the afternoon. But, of course, we want to see a big crowd of Bellwood supporters, and, of course, some from Tyrone up there as well to support their local team there in Class A, the Bellwood Blue Devils. Glendale won last week over Conemaugh Valley. And the runner this time is 31 as we close out the quarter here, and that would be Kyle Hess on the run for a couple. 35-0 Tyrone leads. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after another 60-second break. Join your friends after tonight's game at the Bullpen Restaurant and Lounge in the Tyrone Shopping Center. And, of course, watch the Penn State game tomorrow on the widescreen TVs at the Bullpen. Big boosters of Tyrone sports for many years, as is the Renko Insurance Agency. Located on the Tyrone Pike, Phillipsburg, call 1-800-696-8097. Renko Insurance will send a representative to your home or business in the Tyrone area and talk all about your insurance needs. And, more importantly, they'll find the lowest price available for auto, home, business, or life insurance. Good luck, Golden Eagles, and good luck to the Mounties as well in the playoffs from the Renko Insurance Agency on the Tyrone Pike just south of Phillipsburg. So, we start the fourth quarter.
And Tomovich gets a carry, only 1 yard, though, right out to midfield. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Lions. Or, excuse me, 4th and 8 now.
Punting situation for the Lions, or will they punt here? The ball at the 50-yard line, trailing 35-0 in the game. Looks like they are going to punt. Well, here's an opportunity maybe to go for it, but at least get a score on the game, but they decide to punt. Solo punt returner this time is Tyler Gilman for Tyrone. It is Tate, I'm sorry. Tate signals for a fair catch, but falls down and the ball bounces inside the 5-yard line to about the 3. So, unfortunate happening there.
Well, Howard has done an excellent job punting all night, and there's another good one. It was a high boomer that time, and Tate tried to go back and catch it at about the 16 or 17-yard line and slipped. It went over his head and rolled all the way down to the 2 or 3-yard line.
Seen a couple slips tonight. You were down the field earlier. What do you think? Is it wet?
No, it seems in pretty good condition to me down there. A little soft, though, and, of course, as the players are on it, more and more of the game goes along, it gets turned up a little bit, so it probably is a little bit slick.
But you have to admit the field's in really good shape. It always starts to wear down, toward midfield, but that looks in pretty good shape.
It does, Rich. I think they let the grass grow a little bit higher this year, and it's kept it in a little bit better condition.
Looks pretty good. All right, 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles, but they have to take over deep in their own territory now. It is Golden remaining in at quarterback with the lead of 35-0 at the 3-yard line. Quarterback keeper, let's see if it is Golden. Still in the game, or if they brought a substitute in. Golden, okay, he remains in there.
And comes to the sideline to get the play again, but let's see where they spot it. He gets it out to near the 5-yard line, or even the 6, let's call it, a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
We're playing in the 4th quarter now, and Tyrone leads 35-0. Following an excellent punt by the Lions. Tyrone deep in their own territory now. Split backs, and it looks like Bradley with the call this time. Bradley's out across the 7-yard line for a short gainer. Clock moving with 10 minutes to go in the game. Tyrone put it away there with that. There's 2 scores in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it's a comfortable lead, 35-0, running clock. But the Golden Eagles got to be careful here. They don't want to give an easy score to the Lions. As Bradley picks up about 3, it's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Golden Eagles operating from their own 7-yard line right now. 3rd down. Bradley with the call. He's going to be stopped after a very short gain, maybe to the 8, but that's about it for a yard. So Tyrone forced into a punt. And this time Chestnut Ridge is going to get probably their best field position on the exchange of the whole night.
Yeah, you're right. It might be the best starting field position unless Levi Ryhard gets an excellent punt off. But
going to have to punt from his own end zone, no doubt about that. And I don't think we've seen a couple punts in the first half. This is the first in the second half of tonight's playoff game. District 6 AA, the number 1 seed Tyrone, the number 8 seed Chestnut Ridge, and it's played just as it should when you have the number 1 against the number 8. Big lead for Tyrone. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. Ryhart gets a good one off. And taken by number 9 for Chestnut Ridge, and that would be, once again, Hermicane, senior, 5'10", 165-pounder, takes it at the 45. So good job by the freshman Ryhart.
Yeah, it's an excellent punt covering 35, 40 yards out to the Tyrone 45-yard line where the fair catch was made by Hermicane. Still, it is the best starting field position for the Lions all night at the Tyrone 45.
Hey, you're a freshman punting from your own end zone, seeing these big guys coming at you. Ryhart, good work. Split backs for Chestnut Ridge this time. Deeper ball, not much of a factor in the game tonight. We told you about his statistics. They were pretty darn good. Pitches out to Tomovich. Tomovich, nice positive yardage for about 7 inside the 40 to the 38.
Yeah, finally brought down by Jesse Walk, but a nice pickup of 7, 2nd and 3.
And the clock continues to move. We have just over 8 minutes to go in the game. The clock is running now with the 35-0 lead for Tyrone. It's at the 38 of the Golden Eagles. Tensville is sending a couple wideouts far side of the field. Need 3 for first down, though, here. It's a pretty nice run by Tomovich on first down. And Tomovich gets it on second down. Does he have the first down? Yes, he's fighting hard. I believe he does.
Yeah, his second effort got it for him inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Good job by Mike Tomovich.
So that is one of the factors, as it does stop the clock for momentarily to move the chains. 7:46 now to go. And Chestnut Ridge, their first real threat on the night. After that good punt, they stop Tyrone and now have it at the Golden Eagle 34. Tomovich is the tailback in the eye, and he takes the pitch out this time. looking for running room. Not getting much. Was a nice play coming in by 82, looks like, for the Golden Eagles. In off the second team, who made an excellent stop on Tomovich, Brandon Garrett.
Yeah, Garrett came up nicely. Only about a yard pickup that time for Tomovich as Brandon Garrett came up and made the stop.
7 minutes left. Tyrone will face the winner of Marion Center and Forest Hills. That encounter will be tomorrow night. I guess I got to go with our old-time team there from Sidman, Forest Hills. My pick in the game. That means Tyrone would face them, but who knows? Never know in the playoffs. Sack this time by Tyrone. Number 40 came in late, but I think Jordan Good was in there as well, 35.
And also 63 in there for the Golden Eagles, and that is Dustin Weaver. They were all there. Good, Bradley, and Weaver.
Some of the second-teamers coming in there to make the stop. 6:28 to go. Back to the 42-yard line. Boy, Tyrone has defended very well against the pass in this game. That's a good sign. Third down, 17. Chestnut Ridge sticks to the run, and they get a good one, but not enough for the first down. 40, 35, 30-yard line for Tomovich. So this time they probably will go for it on fourth.
That looked like he had a lot more running room. Jesse Walker again comes up and tripped him up down low. It's a nice pickup of 11 yards down to just inside the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth and about 6 or 7.
So let's see what the call is from the Chestnut Ridge coaching staff on fourth down and 7 for a first down. Tyrone fans making some noise for the defense here. Tomovich carrying the football to the 25-yard line, but that's going to be a yard or so short.
Yes, it will, Rich. I think the Golden Eagles' second unit defense stops them. Tomovich picked up 5, but he needed 7, so Golden Eagles take over at their own 25.
So that may be the last threat on the night by Chestnut Ridge with the running clock. Of course, that helps. Clock stopped now at 5:17 to go in the game. And the Golden Eagles will take over at their own 25-yard line. Ben Engel has checked into the lineup as the quarterback. He's a sophomore. Was also the JV quarterback this year. 5'10", 170-pounder. Ben Engel. I formation. Bradley is the up back. Engel, quarterback keeper, though.
And he gets out to the 27, 28-yard line as he just takes it over the center that time. And Golden Eagles just trying to run the clock right now. They lead it 35-0. We're under 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
I want to thank all the area businesses in the Tyrone area for supporting the Golden Eagles all season long and helping to bring you these football games on WTRN and on the internet at TyronePA.com. And we'll continue right through the playoffs, right through the state championship game if we go that far. Who knows? Kadich wide out far side, but I'm looking for Tyrone to stay on the ground here. Engel does hand it off to the tailback this time. New guy in there. We'll check on his number. Bartlett is the tailback. That's Jeremy. His brother had some playing time early in the season, then suffered an injury, a season-ending injury, Johnny Bartlett. This was Jeremy, sophomore. He's 5'10", 170-pounder. So the clock continues to move. 4 minutes to go in the game. And the Golden Eagles with the ball at their own 27. They're faced with a 3rd and 7 now. So here's Engel, inside handoff going nowhere. Bradley with the call.
Yeah, not much running room there. The Lions defense snuffed that out. No gain, really. It's going to bring up 4th and 8.
Well, I said it was Chestnut Ridge's last chance to score, and they'll get the ball back one more time anyway with a little over 3 minutes to go in the game. And Reinhardt, the punter. Tomovich will be deep for the Chestnut Ridge Lions. Reinhardt punting, bad snap this time, but he does get the kick off. It's a wobbly type kick. Crosses midfield, though, to the 40-yard line. Boy, there's good English on that one, huh?
Yeah, excellent job by Levi Reinhardt that time, because that snap was a good 4 yards in front of him, and he scooped it up nicely. Got a quick kickoff. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't high, but it was up the near hash mark, and it kept on rolling all the way down to the 34-yard line of the Lions. That's where Chestnut Ridge will take over. Just 2:51 left in the fourth quarter. Tyrone 35, Chestnut Ridge 0.
And one final opportunity for the Lions as the clock shows 2:51 to go from their own 34-yard line. Tomovich with the call out across the 35.
Picks up a couple yards, about 3 or 4. Well, let's just spot it out to the 38. Let's give him 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
And the clock continues to churn downward. 2:27 to go. Chestnut Ridge breaks the huddle. And quarterback Deepabaugh hands it to Tomovich. Big first down run this time. He's getting some yards late in the game across the 45 to near the 48 of the Golden Eagles. And the clock stopped now with 2:02 to go in the game. So first down for Tomovich on that run. I think if they want to score here, they'd like to put together a few passes into this drive. I don't think they're going to have enough time to stick on the ground like this. They're doing well, but hey, you got to do something a little bigger than 5-6 yard runs. Tomovich again, though, as I say that, stay very conservative and go into Tyrone territory to the 49-yard line. So second down. What was the gain on that one? About 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Now Chestnut Ridge does hurry up a little bit as they come out of the huddle. 1:20 to go in the game. Apparently they do not operate from shotgun formation. I haven't seen them in shotgun all night long. This would be the spot to do it. Tomovich again. Nothing there, maybe a yard.
Yeah, he comes up number 44 for the Golden Eagles in on that stop, Rich, and that's Brady Williams. Another 2-yard pickup for Tomovich to the 47-yard line, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 6, and we're inside a minute now.
I believe we've seen Brady earlier in the season late in games as running back. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, the clock shows 50 seconds and running. Chestnut Ridge says, hey, we don't care if we don't score. We're just going to run the football, I guess, huh? Deepabaugh sticks to the ground again. Tomovich takes the pitch out this time. Doesn't even try to get out of bounds. 41-yard line. 30 seconds.
Brandon Garrett again in on that stop, and it's going to be enough for the first down, I believe, though. Let's see what they do. Mark it. Yeah, it's a 49.
Well, they call timeout here, I believe. Nope. 29 seconds, the clock starts running again following that first down. Maybe just one play left in the game here if they stick to the ground. Surely you'd think, I mean, I'm no coaching wizard, but I would think you'd want to at least try to get a score in a game. But nope, they pitch it out to Tomovich. Tomovich to 35, and I think that's going to be the last play of the game. That's it. Final score, Tyrone Golden Eagles win it by a score of 35-0 over Chestnut Ridge. Well, don't go away. We're going to tell you what happened tonight, all the Tyrone scores, some of the important statistics in the game as well. And of course, Bill Marlette will return following our sign-off. Bill will have some information on some of those other areas.